Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Reality Right After, the only show where you get all of the scoop about reality TV and everything that's happening in the reality TV unscripted world. I am your host, Wellington Gomez. Here again, another week. I haven't been on Reality Right After in a little bit. You need to understand, like, I have a lot of things going on. So I'm trying. But of course, keep up with reality TV on the Reality Rundown because you know that there you're going to get all the hottest tea, the latest information confirmed because we don't be lying. And we're gonna keep you updated and fed and entertained. So if you're missing the episodes, I promise to you, you can see I'm in a different situation right now, and that's probably because I'll probably be able to record more. Bear with me, okay? Like I'm trying, but again, we're here with another episode, and and yeah, we're here. We're ready to go. So if you haven't already done so, make sure that you are subscribed to this podcast because if you're not subscribed, you're never gonna know when I'm posting a new episode. And if you want to know more about reality TV and you want to watch me, make sure that you are subscribed to the Reality Rundown's YouTube page because that is where you see this show. So make sure to subscribe because if you stay subscribed, you get notified and all of the pretty things. And we love that. So thank you so much. And also follow us on Instagram at Reality Right After and follow the Reality Rundown on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Do all of that for me. Thank you very much. First things first, we have to, you know, just start like this. Portia Williams Gubadia, because she got married. And if you don't remember, Portia is now married to Simon Gubadia. And Simon, we were introduced to Simon as the husband of Fallen, not not season 15, but season 14. The whole Bolo situation, all of that, girl. Fallon was a friend of on Roa. She came with her husband. Portia met Simon on camera and then took her man. Anyways, we moved past that moment. Congratulations to Portia. I'm not judging her. I would have taken Fallon's man too. Like no shade, like she saw a win. We don't really know each other like that. The only reason why we're communicating is because you were casted on this show and we have to make this whole like they have to make it believe that they're friends, etc. So like, on the show they like, yeah, like my me and Portia are friends, but when in reality, like Portia didn't know that girl. So was it really like it was just another person getting a divorce and Portia being right there to pick him back up. So like who cares? Shout out to Portia. But the real news is that Portia Gubadia will return to the Real Houses of Atlanta for season 16. And a lot of you guys have been wondering like what is going on with the Real Houses of Atlanta because since season 15 we kind of left out of limbo. And I just want to talk about this for a little bit because I don't like the representation, I guess, or the I do not like the vibe, the energy that Atlanta gets on social. You guys make it seem like the reason why they're recasting this show is because the ratings. The ratings are still good. People are still watching Atlanta more than they watch some of your favorite housewives that cannot even bring in 500,000 viewers. Okay? So just because you don't like the women and you may not like the storyline, and we are all in aware and in awareness that there needs to be a change to the casting and there needs to be a better production of the storylines. We're all aware of that. But let's not act like Atlanta is not the powerhouse that it is and it's not bringing in ratings because it is. It is. It's not because of the ratings. We're not here because of the ratings. And that goes to show a lot because there's shows that have great storylines and you cannot get 600,000 people to see it. And there's a lot of things. The Real Houses of Miami, no shade. The Real Houses of Miami is so good right now. So good right now, but you guys are not watching it, and I want to know why. Is it because it's on Bravo now? Do you guys like it better when it was on Peacock and you could stream it? I mean, you could still stream it the next day on Peacock, but like, what is it? Because like my whole thing is like I feel like when the Real Housewives of Miami was on Peacock, it used to get more viewers in 24 hours, and you guys are just not reflecting that in the live viewership when it's airing on Bravo. So like, what's going on? Again, a show that has great storyline and not much viewership. So at least Atlanta is not struggling with the fact that they don't have viewers. They have the viewers. And now we're getting back season 16, the Sweet 16. We're trying to get our shit together. So we're getting Portia back. Okay? Portia is entertaining. She is a legendary household name in the housewives world and just in pop culture. People love her. Portia brings ratings because let's not forget that Portia's spin-off show brought in an average of 800 to 900,000 viewers, almost a million viewers. So she's the full package right now. I think she's the best we can get. She's the best we can get if we're being realistic. Out of all of the available realistic options from past housewives that we can bring back in order to, you know, resuscitate the Real Housewives of Atlanta, this is the best we can get. I think that we can bring other people in as well. I want to throw in Phaedra's name into there. I think Phaedra could be amazing. We already know that Candy is not returning. I'm not mad at it. I think that Candy, up to this point, she was the longest running housewife on any show. Candy did 14 seasons of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, 14 seasons of TV. And in between those 14 seasons, she has spin offs, she had other shows, she had specials that she did for Bravo. So Candy did a lot. And I'm not mad at her for saying, I want a break, you know? I want to take it easy. And also like she has a lot going on. She's an executive producer on The Wiz on Broadway. She has restaurants. She has two other shows that are in development. She has a development deal with NBC Universal. I'm sorry, I'm scratching my back. But she has a development deal with NBC Universal. So she's busy. She's booked and busy, honey. Like she got the coin, she got the restaurants, she runs Atlanta. You know how Natalie Nunn runs LA? Candy Barris runs Atlanta. Oh my god. Anyways, Portia's back and I'm happy. Let's see what happens. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's see what happens. Like, you know? Moving on to other things. Mm-mm-mm. This is just so ghetto, honestly. Like, Love and Marriage Huntsville Martell Holt has been ordered to undergo a psych evaluation after his ex, Melody Cherie, accuses him of abusing the kids. This is a lot. This is a lot. This is a lot. This is a lot. Before I get into the nitty gritty of the story, I just really hope and wish that, like, when it comes to Martell and Melody, there's so many things that have transpired already on television between their relationship. There has been so many things that has been said, and I just wish that like both parties would kind of like end this ordeal with each other for the sake of the kids. It's a lot that goes on between Melody and Martell constantly. They're always dragging each other into court. There is always something going on, either off camera or on the show. And I think that the kids are going to get to a point where they're going to get older and want to know the show that mommy and daddy were on. and there's barely positive moments there as a family. So I think that, and it's and you guys are responsible because Melody and Martell, you're executive producers of Love and Marriage Huntsville. So if you only want to show the drama, cool. But I think that let's start waving the white flag. This is too messy, in my opinion. So let's get into the nitty gritty. Martell and Melody's divorce battle has gotten even more nasty as Melody has grown more concerned about his alleged erratic behavior, and I quote, inappropriate treatment of the children. As of December 14, 2023, the court has ordered Martell to undergo a psychological evaluation after the mom of four, Melody, filed a motion demanding he submit to a psychiatric examination and evaluation ahead of their trial in April that's coming up. According to the Alabama court documents exclusively obtained by Reality Red After in the Reality Rundown, Melody informed the court that the mental, and I quote, the mental, psychological, and emotional stability of the father is at issue. The filing stated based on the father's recent erratic behavior at the minor children's school, practice, and other public places, as well as his inappropriate, unhinged, and erratic behavior towards the mother and the minor child, a thorough and complete mental examination and evaluation of the father is essential to the court's decision regarding important issues, in this case, regarding child custody and visitation. Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot. So Melody argues that his actions are, in quote, detrimental to the to the physical, emotional, and mental well-being of the children. Again, she thinks that Martell's action, her ex-husband, the father of her kids, she thinks that Martell's actions are detrimental to their physical, emotional, and mental well-being. And she fears, and I quote, that the children have already suffered emotional damage as a result of Martell's irate and erratic behavior. That's a lot. And I'm going to pray for healing for everybody involved in this situation because I really want the kids to win. I don't know how you guys manage that on this show. This is a lot, honey. Like, Martell is the father of these kids, and going to a court and saying that he should get psychologically examined and tested, analyzed, because you fear that his actions are detrimental to their physical and emotional. In what way do you? This is one of my questions that I have for Melody. I need to know more. In what way do you feel like Martell's actions can be detrimental to their physical well-being? That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. In the same filing, she claimed that Sheree. This is where we get to it, though. This is where we get to it. In the same filing, she claimed that Sheree Whitfield's ex continued to use corporal punishment against their minor children. This is crazy. She gave an example that on December 11th, girl, she got the receipts. Melody showed up to the court with the receipts, honey. On December 11th, 2023, he allegedly threatened to tear them up. Not tear up the children. Not tear up the children, Martell. He allegedly threatened to tear them up once the divorce case is over, referring to the minor kids, and said in a separate filing from December 14th that he even offered to allow the children to be on the television show Love and Marriage Huntsville if he could use corporal punishment in the future. That's weird. I don't think the kids should be I don't think Martell should be dangling these kids around like Well, you can have the kids on the show if I get to punish them. If I get to do this, if I get to do that. That's weird. We need to get into some parenting lessons. I'm not even a parent, and I know that's not how you deal with shit. What is going down in Huntsville? And I hope y'all getting it on the show. Because if we're not getting it, then what's the point? But also, I wanted to speak about the show, and in the sense that I need, like, my question is this, Melody, do you legitimately do not see it for Martell in any capacity? Like, not even like to be cordial? And I mean cordial, because let's keep it real. You having conversation with him is not cordial. If you have an attitude, or you're in your mood, you're in, like, and we can see it on camera, girl. It is no shade. You be giving Martell attitude. And sometimes he don't even be giving you that energy, and you still do. And I get it. He hurt you. And what that motherfucker did to you, like, I get it. Trust me, I get it. Why the animosity is there. But I feel like it might be better for your soul to not give Martell that power. I don't think that Martell should make you mad. I think Martell should walk into a room and not bother you in a positive or negative way. And I think that the fact that Martell still bothers you, we can see it in your body and how it translates on camera. I think that because of that reason, there's still healing that needs to be done. And I feel like Martell, you need to show up and you need to stand up for the things that you did in order for everybody involved to heal. I think that probably the reason why Melody has not completely healed from the situation with Martell is because Martell has also not shown up. Sometimes when you are the one responsible for the chaos, you need to show up and you need to, like, legitimately be like, okay, like, I created this chaos in your life. Let me show up so that you can heal from this situation. That's the mother of your kids. That's the least you could do. You know? I don't like the fact that they're taking each other down to court. I don't like the fact that parents are, alleging that the other parent is, could be harmful to the children physically and mentally. That's crazy. But I'm going to pray for everybody involved in this situation, honey. I'm just going to do it. Moving on to other more positive news. Vanderpump Rules Ariana Madix rakes in nearly $1 million in Broadway in her Broadway debut in Chicago. That's amazing. Beating Erica Jane. So Erica Jane brought in $647,000 during her debut as Roxy on Broadway. Well, Ariana Madix is also on Broadway and she's taking on the same character, and she brought in almost $1 million. Shout out to Ariana Madix. Congratulations. The Vanderpump Rules star debuts bested fellow Bravo alum Erica Jane's first week in Chicago, where she played the same role in 2020. Also, let's remember that the pandemic kind of like bumped into Erica, so we can't get mad that Erica didn't bring in all of the money because the pandemic came in a couple weeks later. But still, shout out to Ariana. That's amazing, and we're gonna keep it at that. I'm not gonna give her too much. Um. Okay. I want to. Oh my god. Bethany Frankel slams Kelly Rowland for, and I quote, diva expectations over the Today Show dressing rooms debacle. So Bethany Frankel slammed Kelly Rowland, the legendary, illustrious Kelly Rowland, for having diva expectations after the singer walked out on the Today Show because of the dressing room issues that they had. Let's keep one thing for certain and right and factual. Kelly Rowland is a legend. And you're gonna get her dressing room right. If you want Kelly Rowland on your show, you're gonna get her dressing room right, and that's just point blank in the period. Y'all would not play that with Beyonce. Y'all wouldn't. And at the end of the day, Kelly Rowland deserves the same amount of love and respect that Beyonce deserves and gets. They both came on the same girl group. They're both amazing, talented, have broken records in their own. Stop playing about Kelly Rowland. Stop playing about anybody part of Destiny's Child that's not Beyonce. Y'all love to play about everybody that's not Beyonce. Stop playing about everybody that's not Beyonce and that we're part of Destiny's Child. Stop. And Bethany, mind your business. Bethany, mind your business. Your white woman business, mind it. This had nothing to do with you, honey. And I just think that Bethany loves to react to certain situations to get some clout. To get some clout. What was the point? Girl, like, we should interview the people that work for you. The people that worked on your talk show. Because if you go on Reddit, just go on Reddit. All of my listeners, go on Reddit and employees that used to work at the Bethany Franco show. And let's see what's happening. Let's see what's happening down to those Reddit streets. So before you go slamming Kelly Rowland because she's a diva, because you feel like she's a diva, get it together. People feel like you're a diva. That's the gag. Let's talk about it. Let's wake it up in the chat. Let's wake it up. Bethany, you're the diva. That's the gag. Mind your business and leave Kelly Rowland alone. That's all I'm going to say on that. I'm over it. Oh my God. Why women are just at it this week. Okay, so Kim Zolciak tries to sell her Cartier love bracelet, honey, for $5,000 because she's broke. Lord. Jehovah, give me strength. Jehovah, give me strength. Kim Zolciak wasn't feeling the love on Valentine's Day, honey. The Real Housewives of Atlanta alum tried to sell her Cartier love bracelet on Instagram Wednesday for $5,000. Kim Zolciak noted that her bracelet was a size 16 and added, up close, no filter. The former reality star has the white gold version of the iconic piece, which currently retails for $7,900. She's selling it for $5K. Y'all better make sure it's real. Don't be buying no Cartier love bracelet from Kim just because you think that is real. Y'all know what Kim is capable of. Y'all know that for a fact. Kim is down bad. Kim is down bad. Um, I'm always gonna pray for everybody involved. Y'all know that. I'm always gonna pray for everybody involved. But you also reap what you sow, and I'm gonna leave it at that. So moving on, girl. What was your reaction when y'all found out that Apollo was gonna join the Married to Medicine season 10 reunion and meet with Phaedra on camera, child? One thing about Apollo is that Apollo is gonna be down for the mess. People can exclusively reveal that the season 10 reunion will feature a surprise guest, the one and only Apollo Nida. Dr. Jackie, Dr. Simone, Toya, Dr. Heavenly, Quad, Letitia, Dr. Alicia were all kept in the dark about Apollo's appearance and were shocked when he showed up at the taping in January in New York City. The audience won't get to see what went down into March 3rd, which is the day that the multi-part reunion starts for Married to Medicine. But I guess that Apollo and Phaedra are gonna rehash some of the things that we haven't seen since Phaedra and Apollo were on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. You know, I'm sure that we're gonna get to know about their their relationship, their parenting situation, how it's going. At the end of the day, Apollo and Phaedra were they started in reality television. We saw Phaedra and Apollo take a bite of that pickle. We saw Phaedra and Apollo go through it. Apollo went to jail, honey. Phaedra had Mr. President. Phaedra had two kids. She didn't even know the due date for the longest. But Phaedra been through it with Apollo on the Real Houses of Atlanta. So why not put a bow on this story and wrap it all up at the season 10 Married to Medicine reunion? Why not? I'm sure the fans are gonna gag and they're gonna eat it up. So shout out to Phaedra. Phaedra is getting every check she can get, and I am not mad. She's doing an amazing job on Traders. If you are not watching the Traders on Peacock, there's no reason why you should be alive right now. No shade. No shade. No shade. No shade. It's the best show on television, and you're not watching it. So what the fuck are you doing right now? It's the best show on television. The number one streaming show on streaming right now. If you're not watching it, what are you doing? Do something with your life. Get entertained. Because Phaedra is doing it. And to all of the reality stars that are watching, because a lot of you guys are watching because you want to be on Traders next season, catch that dirt. It's no shade. Why wouldn't you want to be on Traders? Y'all need to learn from Phaedra. Phaedra is doing it. And I don't think we've ever seen someone do it like she's doing it on Traders. Like Phaedra is a housewife. She's never done a competition show. So for her to come on a show like Traders and dominate, I'm loving it. So shout out to Phaedra. She's on Traders, currently airing on Peacock. She's on Married to Medicine, currently airing on Bravo. Phaedra did a season of The Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip. She also taped the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip season that we don't know is gonna air because Brandy and Caroline are suing each other. Well, Brandy. Well, let me allegedly. Let me just be for real. Caroline is suing Brandy because Caroline is claiming that Brandy sexually assaulted her while they taped the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip Morocco. Married to Medicine, Traders, Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip twice, and we're the streets are saying that she's in the talks of coming back to Roa. Phaedra is in her bag. Shout out to Phaedra. We wish her the best. No shade. No shade to Phaedra. All sunlight. We love Phaedra here. Do I want to get into this Larsa Pippen shit? Like honestly, Larsa Pippen, like you get on my nerves, Larsa. You get on my nerves. You get on my nerves. You know why you get on my nerves? Because I was rooting for you and Marcus. When the world did not believe in you and Marcus, me, Wellington in New Jersey, I believed in you and Marcus. So that's why you're getting on my nerves. Because why am I hearing that you and Marcus are no longer together? Why? Larsa, you have a whole podcast with Marcus. Marcus went on Traders with you as your boyfriend. You guys did a reality show together. You guys have a podcast together. And then he's also on the Real Houses of Miami with you as your boyfriend. Why? I want to know the nitty gritty. What's going on? I want you guys to work it out, Larsa, because I know you're listening. So I want you guys to work it out. I'm not having this, Larsa. I'm not. I need you to work it out with Marcus. However, Larsa and Marcus won't be apart for long. The Real Houses of Miami couple split earlier this week, and people has confirmed that they will. Well, actually, this already passed, but they both attended the Traders reunion. Oh no, gag. Oh my God. I'm reading the wrong article. The Traders reunion is taping March 1st. So they will both be at the excuse me. They will both be at the Traders reunion on March 1st. Jordan and Pippen appeared on season 2 of the Peacock reality competition series. They played the game as individuals, even though they were both, in a relationship. And it's gonna be the first time that they're gonna be together under the same room under cameras that are taping and recording them after they're split. Again, Larsa, I need you to fix it. Fix it, Jesus. Cause I ain't got time. And I like you cuffed. I like you with your boo on Real Houses of Miami. Don't get me wrong, I like you single, but I also like you cuffed. I like when you have someone to bounce off of. So even though they broke up, Larsa was seen partying with Melissa Gorga and Erica Jane in Miami. She said, "Fuck Marcus. Let's go out." It's a City Girls night between Melissa and Erica. They went to Live nightclub Friday night with several of her famous friends. The gag is Marcus joined them. Y'all need to stop playing with us. Are y'all together or are y'all not together? Because Larsa is down to the club with her girlies, and then you're showing up on her. It's giving toxic. It's giving high school drama. I'm mad at my man, so let me go out with my girls, and then my man is gonna show up to me at the club. Yeah, it's giving toxic. Fix it. Larsa, I'm rooting for you. Please don't let me down. In another note, in a more positive note, Real Houses of Miami star Gertie Abrera says that over 300 women have reached out to her following her breast cancer journey that she has been so open about on the Real Houses of Miami. Gertie is inspiring other women to prioritize their health and share their stories since publicly revealing that she was diagnosed with breast cancer. She opened up about the outpouring support she has been receiving from women after being vulnerable with her health issues. She says, and I quote, "I've been counting. I think I'm up to 305 people who have told me like I didn't want to do it." And she did, and they did. Her statement was in response to the podcaster saying that her openness and awareness can save so many women's lives by helping others gain the courage to get routinely tested. Gertie admitted that she has not yet been able to read all of the thousands and thousands of DMs that she's received, but she feels the impact. And she added that even people who have never watched The Real Houses of Miami before are now tuning in because they're interested in her story and they're interested seeing how things have played out. Shout out to her husband, Russell, because Russell has been the epitome of through sickness. The epitome. That man has held Gertie down. And it's been beautiful to see how he is showing up for his queen. No ifs nor buts. I'm just here to do what I vowed to do as a husband. And we're going through this. You're going through this health situation. I'm not gonna scare from it, and I'm gonna show up and show out. Shout out to Russell. Because there's a lot of husbands not doing what they're supposed to be doing. So since there is one that's doing it, we're gonna give him a shout out. Flowers to Russell and flowers to Gertie for being open about her situation, being open about her diagnosis, and choosing to be so open about it and giving herself the grace to do it on camera. Because let's be honest, we go through our everyday life and we don't have to worry that there was a camera recording us, that this is later going to be on a national television show, and that I'm going to have to like explain this later. Gertie is finding out a life-changing diagnosis on camera. She's finding out how to deal with it. She's giving herself the grace to explore these feelings that she's never had before. It's very brave of her to do this while on the show. So I just want to say shout out to Gertie. We love her here at the Reality Rundown, and thank you for telling your story. You deserve an Emmy. Make sure that you guys are following us on Instagram at Reality Red After, and follow the Reality Rundown on Instagram as well at the Reality Rundown. If you're watching us on YouTube, hi, subscribe, and make sure you hit that notification bell so that you get notifications every time I post a new video. And if you are subscribed and you're listening to me on your headset, hi Spotify, hi Apple Music, not Apple Music, child, Apple Podcast, Apple Music too. Throw the album in there. Why not? Thank you so much for the support. I really truly appreciate it. Because all I'm doing is sharing my opinion. So I truly appreciate it because you guys listen and you guys interact with me, and I love that. So thank you so much. I'll see you next week. And until then, love you guys. Bye.